right, everybody, this next segment's been sponsored by our friends over at Courtney's Restaurant and Catering. You guys can find them at 4066B North Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Give them a call for all of your catering needs. It's 615-754-7548. All right, welcome back, everybody. Again, I've got Bobby Gentry in the studio with me tonight. We've been talking mainly smallmouth tactics, bass fishing tactics in general tonight, and how Bobby puts them in the boat day in and day out. We just were talking about different sizes of swim baits that you use and how you use at different times, but let's talk about hook size, you know, your hook set up or your jig head set up. What kind of weights, hook size are you usually running, or does that vary throughout the year as well? Or
it does somewhat. On smallmouth fishing, like I say, I like the small profile. These right here, Brandon, are quarter ounce. They got a needle point, like a mustad or a needle point hook in these things. Super good little hook. And I love that with an 8-pound line. To give you an example, a lot of people think he won't catch big fish. I sent you a pic from down Chickamauga.
That was a fish.
That was yesterday. The maker of these baits called me up and he said, I've got to send you a pic. They caught a 7, they caught 11 on a 3/8 ball head jig. Black and chartreuse jig yesterday.
That was a heck of a fish, man.
They've been the last 2 or 3 days. They've actually invited me and you to come down there, and it's be hard to turn down.
We're gonna have to make that happen.
We got to go down there and fish them. Wally with Yankum Custom Tackle, he makes a good jig, and they know where to go. And it's Chattanooga fishing guides down there. Them guys are on some big fish. They had like 24 to 26 pound 5-fish stringers this week.
Wow.
And these jigs work fantastic for a largemouth. I've been fishing these now a little over a year, and I've caught as many 4 and 5 pound fish on these small profile jigs.
Yeah. Is that a 3/8 there? Is that what that is?
That one is. I've got just different sizes.
Yeah.
The colors that he's got, I'll show you here. We've got them with the silicone and hair. These are just the silicone jigs. Got a good weed guard in these. They got the green pumpkins. We got all your standard colors you'd want. They've all got their name. If you go to my site, go to Dale Holler Guide Bait and Mower. If you'll scroll down and you find the pics, you can go to these and enlarge them and actually see what baits they have.
See what you're getting. And
I mean, you can order them online with me, but like I say, the outlets is you know, down around Dale Holler. Or you can actually go to that company, or just call me personally, and I'll get you in touch with them, and you can get hooked up. But
now, what about if you step up to say a 6-inch bait? At that point, how big of a hook do you go to? Do you increase the size of your head at that point?
I'll go somewhere with a 3/4 weight, something like that. It's got like a number 5, or it really depends on the type of hook you've got. Most of you guys that deal with making your own jigs and stuff, whatever company you buy your hooks from, it might be a certain number. If you get a different brand, if you got a 3 and then a 3 in a different company, that 3 ain't gonna be the same size as that 3.
No, I've noticed the same thing. You know? It's like, wait a minute, that's just 4.
I can sit here and say, well, I use it on a number 3 or a number 4 or number 5 odd hook.
Depends on the company.
It depends on the company. So that's why I like to let people see these. And when you go fishing with me, they say, well, I want to see them jigs you was talking about. And I let them compare. I said, well, here, take these with you. I always throw them, them a jig or two because it helps the company, and the company helps me. So
they catch a big 8-pounder on it tomorrow, you're gonna get a picture.
Oh my gosh, well, my biggest smallmouth was a 7.4 out of Dale Holler. To me, that's
a heck of a fish.
I'm happy if I never catch another one over that size, but I mean, I'm looking. But I've seen some 8s and better come out of Dale Holler. And of course, we hold the world record.
Hold the biggest
world record, almost 12 pounds.
I was going to say it was 11 something.
11, 15. I mean, we're talking right at 12-pound fish, and you know, it don't take a big bait to catch a big fish.
No, especially not a smallmouth. They're a little bit more, in my opinion, of a finesse type fish anyway. He'll gobble that little jig up right there real quick. You don't need a...
They don't feel threatened by nothing. They're so aggressive, and it's just a small morsel. I mean, I like my sandwiches cut up real little. I know Miss Betty's not going to cut my sandwiches up for me, but I'll sit and eat them little mini sandwiches all day long when I'm in the boat or I'm out. But it's these small profile baits look like them small, nice little morsels of crawfish. You know, they're on the bottom and they're going to pick them up.
Yeah, no fight to it. Just
no. They put a good weed guard in this too, and Kelly has been such a big asset to my guide service. I got to throw Kelly a bone. If it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have got really hooked up with Ignite and yank them the way I did. He introduced me some real good people, and I've been using his line.
Yeah. And guys, he's talking about Kelly Albert. Kelly is the man that owns K9 Fishing Line. We've used it for several years ourselves. Best line I've ever used by far, but on top of that, for those that don't know him or haven't met him, one of the best people you could ever meet too. Kelly's just good people.
And if Kelly's listening tonight, Kelly's listening now, my wife's got a chili recipe she'll pass along to you, because we had our share of that at the last show we'd all done.
That's right.
But I wanted to throw this out there. That 11-pounder last night was caught on some of Kelly's 8-pound line.
Yep.
You catch 11-pound fish out of chick, that Florida string and bass, that is a pull. And I've caught 5- and 6-pound fish out of Del Hollow on his 8-pound line and never had a problem.
That's right.
So I had to throw him a bone, because you know, when your business depends on that, it's really good. He's got a good product.
Well, guys, we'll get ready to take another quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.